Listen, I want to talk to people about this. Okay, I know. Don't pick this habit up, kids, right? Hey, especially not this, you idiots. Come on. Can you not read? I'm talking U.S. American citizens that are natural born, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Wrong kind of reading. It says pipe tobacco. The way pipe tobacco gets smoked, they don't inhale it, okay? That's why it's flavored. Right. They puff on it, and they take it in. And it's like this flavor sensation. And then they release it. And yes, the actual real process, you bozos opening your mouth, teaching people really stupid things, including your own children. You know, it's like, I think I'm getting a message on the light. Well, it only did it once. If it starts flashing, think about what it might be. Anyway, I know, I almost, yes, I picked up on it. Yeah, it was actually recorded last night. You could hear it. Exactly. That was nothing in my closet. Nothing fell. That happens sometimes, right? So there was one caught when I was last night dancing around. You can even hear it, right? In the background. Sound like something fell. Nothing fell. So sometimes they don't mean anything. So people make assumptions about stupid shit. And right, but here's the thing: sometimes, well, of course, encourage, but sometimes, right, you do have to discourage the stuff that you might have been taught, or because if your power's been removed for safety's sake, you don't really, you need help orienting, right? I mean, that's known, so it's not like you don't get that help in one way or another, right? Okay, but don't like this is not like meant to roll cigarettes, okay? This tobacco's not meant. It's way worse for you than buying a pack of Marlboros. And some cigarette companies put fire retardant safety stuff in there, right? So that the cherries don't roll off and burn everything. Bullshit. If you're gonna be smoking, well then buy generics. Well, it's legal. I can't. 21 and over. I can't. But I am saying that it is the actual real process. And tobacco makers and everyone will agree that this is what happens. The chaw, the chew, right? Um, it's the way that its delivery system happens. They're called micro abrasions, little tiny cuts, little tiny minuscule little cuts. Okay, yes, even tobacco companies will say that that's what happens. So I've had a lot of people. I'm like, but I'm telling you the truth. That's true. I'm like, it's the truth from every direction, from way back all the way to right now. It's been the truth the whole time. Okay, that is the delivery system. And you put the chaw here, here, whatever. Uh, Apparently, that's even more addictive than cigarette smoking. But I am saying, don't buy pipe tobacco. Okay, right? Don't buy. Right. I mean, yeah, um, pipe tobacco. And if you roll it in your shit, I guarantee you, when you're gonna, oh, probably already lit your houses on fire, fell asleep, burn holes and shit. Stop doing it right now. Okay, no, seriously, like generic. I don't know. There's like, yeah, there used to be like USA's or Mavericks or like, right. Figure out something else. Like learn how to, because they're much safer that way. Proper filter. I'm not saying they don't cause that kind of, but I'm saying you can't burn your house down. They don't. They right manufacture them now. You can't lose the cherry accidentally. Like this shit just falls right up. Yeah, fuck. What's that? Oh, I'm on fire. You fall asleep. I guarantee some of you have already. I'm sure that's happened a lot. The tobacco companies in the U.S. are regulated for that fucking reason. It can cause you some health issues. It says right on the, but this versus that, pick that. If you're gonna be smoking cigarettes, fine. Generics that you can afford, smoke less. Fine times when you enjoy them, right? Like coffee. Like, yeah, if I get up in the morning and I really do. I kind of like to do that. Rise earlier because that's like quiet time. Like this part of the world's not quite awake yet. Yeah, like there's an early bird and then there's an early bird. So I get up the early bird. Okay, but that's quiet time. Like that's, things are cleared out before things start to pick up. And not even if, yes, sun rises, but just just listening to the early birds and just, it's like this part's gonna start waking up soon. So I take care of all that stuff that me and like that time, right? Right. Some use it for prayer and all that, right? But that's a really nice time of day. So, right, if you like, yeah, for like, wait till you have your coffee or your meal, eat your meal first, right? Like, wait and then have your smoke after that. Okay, right? Like, oh, find times when it's like the most enjoyable for you. You understand? Like, wait to have it. Okay, even if you have a craving, because it's going to be way more satisfying and it's going to build into you to wait every time. Like for the stuff, right? Or after lunch. Like you go to snack or you go, I don't know, hang out. But when I was working, you have to leave the building. But then I could talk to friends who, right? Like I could talk to people during work that I couldn't normally talk to who worked in the building, the smokers, right? You make friends out there. Right. And sometimes right, you plan a smoke break. So you can sit and talk and for right. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like positive reinforcement in the way you people aren't picking many. It's why you understand. That's what I'm saying. I know, and I don't drive anymore, so Oh, geez, boy, oh boy, that was my time to smoke, man. Like, okay, give me another. Right, but phone calls also, right? I know it happens. Um, so we try to work on making your phone calls a little shorter, right? Also, right, that if you're gonna be eating and nibbling, and that's a good time to do it. Just take like a little bit, nibble a little bit, because it's gonna keep you from this. But if you're gonna buy, I'm telling you point blank, it's better for you to buy cigarettes that are monitored by the FDA. And they now are manufactured so that so it's much harder to burn yourself or your house or anything else with these things. This is not the case with these. Okay, everybody. It's just straight honest truth. That's the way it is in the US. Okay. I have to, for only one reason, right? And I've explained, but I'll say it again. I'm not naturally coughing, but it's like I'm taking some of it out of people. It's not good, and I gotta freaking. But I have to expel it, and so that this agitates it so much. Just right, I gotta agitate it with something. You understand? It's just a little different for me. Okay, but no, I mean, of course, I'm not crazy. That's what I'm saying. Even too, I'm probably gonna be one of those people like, oh, in the morning, like that nice time there, and then you know what I'm saying, right? Not any other time. It's just like a nightcap. You know what I'm trying to say, right? It's my reward for getting up another day. Get my coffee. It's like 5 minutes of like before it all comes rushing back in. So, okay, I'm being serious. So I'm not saying safe as in health, and there's it can do things. Yes, it's right on the package. But general safety, this is just not at all a proper answer to it. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, a few things I need to get to. Uh, I did so many. I went through so many shorts today. I know. I think I'm gonna have to wait like a week before I can really look at them again. But several catches I made there, so right. But I'm serious. The nicest thing you can do for the women you find they look zombie, and they're all just plain white-eyed there. They're just basically blind seers that are disconnected from the source forever. And it is the honest truth. No matter where you are on earth, the nicest thing you can do for them is stop their heart. Okay? There's no way you won't ever be able to find a way to take care of them. You understand? I'm just being honest. It's called mercy. And I already took the hit for it. So, okay? You understand? Okay. But the other thing that I wanted to get at is a mistranslation having to do with this Mars obsession that you need to fucking get over. Go eat a Mars bar instead. Do they still make those things? Right. There's nothing at all for anybody. Just fucking stop right the fuck now. Okay. No, it doesn't. You understand? That's not right. Also, there's no such thing as astral travel. I can tell you what it is. Okay, but give me a little bit. I need to get through this. Um, this it, it is not the proper terminology, and it never has been. Okay, right. Sometimes people sense it. It's like, oh, that's the astral plane. Well, it may not be the astral plane, which is one thing I gotta tell you. But even if there is that, no human can travel through it, and neither can a soul. So you guys are not correct on that. Okay, I mean, I'll tell you. It reduces it. It aids in understanding and reduces misunderstanding at the same time. It does two things at once. Okay. But when it comes to Mars, right here we go. Okay. If you're looking at scripture, what some call the Holy Bible, it's got a day is like 1,000 years, 1,000 years like a day. Okay. So 1 day, 1,000 years, 2 days, 3,000 years, 3 days, 3,000 years. Don't let the claw get you. Okay. Even if you could. Okay. It isn't nowhere near in the seconds of varieties. There's no travel astral. There's no travel bridge there. So it doesn't apply to Mars. It only applies to Earth. That spot on Mars. So you can look in because it was an incubator. Nobody on Earth is from Mars. Nobody on Earth has ever been from Mars. There are no Martians. There never will be. Leave it the fuck alone. Okay. So that translation, it does not apply to any other planet. Only applies to Earth. Okay. Right. Well, some scientists, I'm also saying this is why they say this, right? Okay, but listen to the way this happens. Okay. First day, first 1,000 years. Second day, second 1,000 years. Third day, 3,000 years, right? Fourth, 4,000. Fifth, 5. Where I'm going. This one shouldn't be so difficult for most people. Right. 6 and 7. Okay. So every 7,000 years, the Earth is supposed to rest. On the first day, he did this. On the second day, he did this. On the third day, on the fourth day, on the fifth day, on the sixth day, and on the seventh, rest. It also applies to farming. You rest the land on the seventh year. Quit bitching about the fucking methane, people. Plant corn next to the cows. They love methane. That never changes either. None of that's changed. Oh, yeah, I know. This video is funny. I love it. Yeah. Dancing. It cracks me. Yeah, I can get to something. I need to mention about Ron Bracky, but I'll get to this. All that is just translation. You understand? But the Holy Bible applies to earth and earth alone. Okay, it doesn't. There's no way. You understand? There aren't travel ports like that. Right. There never has been one to Mars. Okay, great. Now, see, in human years, okay, it wouldn't take 30 years. It would take 22. But you can't get there, so don't try. Stop wasting time and money and energy on shit. It's not there. It's already gone. Just leave it the fuck alone. A lot of that's gonna start getting cleared out of you. But yes, of course we encourage, but there are times when you want to discourage those things which you know are going to end up being problematic if they keep wanting to keep going that way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta fucking let them go. And some people have a hard time. They don't want to make that executive decision, but I got no fucking problem making a command decision like that. Okay? I don't. Never do. It's not even about the emotions of it. I don't care. I find ways to be okay with it. And a lot of it does have to do with music and other things, right? But that's what I'm saying. That's another reason I get up with the early bird. Like I beat the roosters. Yeah, I'm the one. Hey, roosters, come on. Do your job. Here, wakey, wakey. Everybody. Anyway, uh, yeah. So it's a translation thing. So human years, if you really did want to, it wouldn't take 30 years. That doesn't fit the translation. See what I'm saying? Right? It would take 22, but you can't. So don't. It's just right. Not anything that's even necessary. There's no reason it's not right. Well, I know what somebody was looking for and it had already been moved. So anyway, okay, that's what I'm saying, translation wise, but also listen. So who's up and who's down? And when they're talking top and bottom, they're not talking about sex. Yeah, that somebody mucked up a perfectly beautiful thing, and I understood. That's not what you do. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. So scripture only applies to earth, no other thing, not the universe, just earth. You understand? Okay. But listen, how many years, right? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Okay. 5,000, 6,000. And on the seventh, rest. Well, he didn't populate it until the eighth. So things should start making sense now. Okay. What they mean, right? There's an angel. There's an angelic cycle. Okay. Now I don't keep track of it unless I need to, and then I start sensing gently. Right. And then I find a place. Okay, this is okay. That's really hard to do. Okay. And it isn't suggested unless there's a fucking emergency, which is what happened. Right. I know I get used as bait. Yeah, I understood what the fuck was going on. Crazy. That's why I couldn't stop and tell anybody anything. I'm like, I'll just fucking tell you later. Just get out of my way. Got the fucking man. Like, I don't care. Plus, what the fuck is that? A 747 shit. But I walked through the end of the world, everybody. And I'm saying this truthfully, it already happened. This one. Okay? So that's why there's some confusion. A lot of you are remembering things in pieces like, right, you understand? Yes. So don't be frightened by that though. Okay? Right. But that's why. Okay. So when it comes to Christians use that, even the Christians, and I'm trying the scientists and the people who understand that translation, okay, day is like 1,000 years though. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So for Earth, it's his days. 1, 2, 3. You worked for 6 days, got everything set up, and he rested. the earth stayed empty. Do you understand? So even some Christians, you're not using it right either, and some of you need to go back to school and try and get a basic education on mathematics and things, because they're not being taught properly either which way. Some whether no matter which way you look at it, you understand. You have the angelic cycle, so sometimes like Raphael's up, and I don't know, right? Gabriel's down, whichever. You understand? Right. Angels do that. Okay, but for all of you freaked out about that crap, okay, don't worry about the freaking demonic stuff. Most of you bring it on yourselves anyway. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why are you doing that, man? But that's what happens when you do it. But why do we keep having to fucking, like, we're tired of it, all of us who have consistently made sure the humans have thrived. And warnings after warnings after warnings after warnings. That's what I'm saying, Scientologists. I know I've looked into it, but what I'm saying is you're not getting a bunch of extra. There aren't that many dimensions. You are now walking when you start sensing that. By the way, they didn't mean audit like that. They meant IRS audit. What kind of educations have you people done? Not the right ones. That's what that is. That is full on sensory warnings. Deaf people get warned. Blind people get warned. People who have illnesses and can't feel shit get warned. Every human, there is a warning for every kind of situation for a human. And right, you guys think you're getting something spectacular. And if you pay attention to scripture, you will see that. I'm just being friendly. Right, some of them I see. I see them. They're not frightening me. Leave it alone, okay? I can communicate with many different, you understand? Some processes aren't the same, and you're not allowed to mix them. Okay, so there's still some safety barriers being put up. And that's taking a little bit of time, but it's happening. Okay. That's what I'm saying, the translation, but I'm saying, okay, no, the earth can't be 7,000 years old Christians, okay? Because, do you understand? It's older, you have to know this. Because think about it. He worked the first day, he worked the second day. The third day, he worked fourth, fifth, and sixth. And a day is like 1,000 years. That's 6,000. Okay? And then nothing. Rested, including the earth. Before he populated. 8,000. 9,000. 10,000. Get it? Okay. I understand when I need to, I can think exactly like an atheist scientist. I'm an empirical thinker that way. Okay? In a way, so I understand where some of you are like, that can't be right. Like with the scientists. Okay? You guys, though, what happens with you guys, you understand, is you are trying to add and build above what is possible, made possible by God. And your concept of God is not exactly right. Okay, it's not a name. You understand? And it can either be male, female, male and female, male and male, female and female, depending on the needs of the people. My life should be getting better and better now. So anybody blocking that, get the hell out of the way, because I borrowed a weapon from some friends. That's exactly what it is. Oh, you see, that's wormwood. That's wormwood. Proof. That's what I did to that fucker. But somebody wants to ramp up with me. Yeah, the next one. One twist, two twists, three twists. Billions of razor blades. Scripture's only for earth. That's it. That should clear up a little bit. Christians, you're not right. Oh, wait. He didn't even populate it until 8,000. But you scientists, you're trying to add and build shit. I know that the universe doesn't look anything like that. And some of you are so full of shit, you need to stop now because now you're fucking criminals. But Christians, a lot of you got that. It can't be billions because that number doesn't even exist. You guys misunderstood Legion too, but whatever. I have some creative license, but yeah, I need the fiction writers to know I'm not. We not like. Yeah, I'm not doing great. Um, but when something comes, well, let you know. I can't work on any fictitious anything right now, but I did find enough today to know that there have to be like pretty much spread all over the world the females that white eyes. You can't do anything for them. They're not going to hurt you. You need to do the right thing for them. And the nicest thing for them is mercy. And that means stop their heart. I mean, you can trust me. And I already took the hit for it. But Christians, he didn't even populate it until 8,000. That's all.